Hey everybody, it's me, MiaFran again. Welcome back to my channel and to another Chihayafuru Season 3 episode review for episode, what the hell is this episode? 21.
21.
To Restore My Faith. And we're back with Chantal once again.
Hello.
Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
And this episode, I mean, we should let's just go and start talking about it, because like a lot of stuff actually happened in this episode. Lots of crazy stuff. Not crazy, but some key moments happened that I was like, oh, did not expect that.
Me too, man.
So basically, where we left off, Chihaya was very sad and kind of upset that Taichi stayed behind to participate in the tournament, like the New Year's tournament for the Karuta game, obviously. So, because technically a lot of people, like they mentioned it in the episode, like a lot of people consider like the year of Karuta to be over once the Master and Queen matches are done. So like now the new year has started, like they're starting all over again with this New Year's tournament. So it's a new year technically for Karuta, so now it's like, okay, we have to start practicing for the next Queen and Master matches.
Yep.
So this is where they can kind of like start over, like kind of build up their skills and their game strategy and kind of show off, basically start off, you know, the new year right and be like, okay, well, I'm here, boom, you know, I'm gonna, like, they're like, everybody's gonna be trying to show off basically and try to win as much as they can, so that way they can be kind of like contenders for the next Master and Queen matches in a year.
Yeah.
Which like seems like forever at this point since they just ended.
Yeah. They kept bringing up the topic of how like everyone's walking like their own path because Taichi is going off on his own, and you have Chihaya who's like now having to think like, okay, what do I have to do? What's my purpose? Because everyone else has been finding like their own purpose and reasons why they want to do certain things, but Chihaya, she's like, well, I don't really have a purpose yet. So she's trying to find that.
Yeah, because really she's just been playing Karuta because she loves the game so much. She doesn't really have like a reason to play other than like she has fun and she loves playing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, like she wants to just play the best people. Like, I feel like at this point, like maybe her next goal is to like become the queen, but I feel like that's like a far off goal because her first goal is to just like get to the queen match and be the challenger. Yeah. But like even if she doesn't get there again, like she's still gonna have fun playing and like not really care about it in the moment, I don't think. She doesn't really, she really just cares if people kind of like get ahead of her in terms of like play wise, like how Taichi, like, cause Taichi doesn't tell her anything. He doesn't tell her when he's gonna be like participating in stuff because he knows that she's gonna like, I don't know, make kind of a big deal about it.
Mm-hmm.
So he just kind of like doesn't tell her, and then like she just kind of finds out after the fact that like it's already happening or it's already happened. But then they never talk about it anyway.
Yeah, it's just funny how Kana-chan's the only one that knows, and everyone else is like, well, this is just usual kind of for Taichi not to tell us what's going on in that head of his.
Yeah,
that's pretty true.
Yeah, and even Kana-chan was like, well, of course he wasn't gonna tell you, especially Chihaya, like he never tells you that stuff. Like, let alone any of us. I mean, he told Kana-chan, but I feel like Kana-chan, like, everybody trusts her. So, like, they're all gonna tell her everything. Yeah. Which is why I feel like he kind of basically trusted her with how he felt about Chihaya. Since she kind of already, like, knew. She basically guessed.
Yeah, she knew, but dumbass didn't even confirm it either.
I know. And then this other bitch in the club, like, because then they go to, like, some other tournament kind of thing.
Oh yeah, they have like their regular matches back at home. Yeah, like their
regular matches at home. And so they're all playing except for her, whatever her name is.
Sumire.
Yeah, that's her name, Sumire.
I finally remembered her name.
She wasn't playing. Literally everyone else was, and I was like, alright, that's kind of weird. I guess she just didn't want to play. or she's not.
Which it was kind of annoying that she wasn't playing and she was just looking and.
Yeah, she just distance. Like watching, and then she kind of like comments, like has her own like inner thoughts about like, oh yeah, that's right, like we're getting closer to like where they're like gonna be third years.
Yeah, she's
and
like, oh, everything's gonna change.
The club's gonna change. We're gonna get a new president, and like everyone's gonna like move up or whatever. She's like everything's gonna change. It's not gonna be the same.
Yeah, she's the only one that's not really thinking about like what she wants to do next. She's just kind of like there.
She wants everything to stay the same because she just wants to.
Yeah. Because you even have like the other guy, which I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't remember his fucking name either.
The one with the 3 brothers.
His weird lizard face.
Like, dude. Even him, he's just like motivating. He's like, I'm gonna become the next president. I'm like, what the fuck? Slow down, dude.
I know. When he said that, I was like, bruh, I don't think that's gonna happen, but alright.
I mean, he's dreaming big, man, so yeah. I guess.
Yeah, well, he has a goal. And plus, he's actually playing. He's trying to get out of the D rank class and move up, so. Good for him, I guess. This Sumire is basically like, she just wants everything to be the same because she doesn't want things to change because eventually, like, everyone's, like, gonna leave the club and, like, they're gonna get new people and, she only joined because she thought Taichi was cute.
Yeah.
Like, she's kind of taking stuff seriously, but then she's not. So I feel like that's why she wants everything to stay the same. Which, I get that. Like, when you're in clubs at school or even, like, in extracurricular stuff outside of school and, like, you're so used to, like, being with the same people all the time and then, like, things change, like, people leave or, like, they stop coming. Like, it does get kind of weird and then you have to get used to, like, new people around. But, I mean, that doesn't mean, like, everything's gonna change and it's gonna be, like, boring or not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, she just kind of watches. But then we cut back to the New Year's tournament, and not only is Taichi participating, but so is Arata, which I was like, oh shit.
I should have seen this coming, honestly, because they did mention before, like during when he was like sick and dying at his house.
Yeah.
Because the uncle was like, don't you have a match tomorrow? And I completely forgot about that he said
I don't even remember that he said that either.
I forgot until like he showed up and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, you're supposed to be here. And then I was like, oh no, because that just meant that Taichi and him were gonna get paired up, and sure enough.
I know, when that happened, I was like, because they were like putting out like who's gonna be matched up next. I was like, they're gonna play each other. And then when it happened, I was like, oh my god. I was like, bitch, we finally get this fucking match.
I wasn't expecting it so soon.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I was just like, oh, okay, we're doing this now. All right.
I was surprised that it was like already happening.
Me too. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess we should have seen it coming, but at the same time, it's just like, now? Here? Really?
Yeah. And then, like, their match was like, we saw a little bit of it. Like, the beginning of it. Which I was like, okay, we'll see how this is going. Because they're both kind of, like, nervous, like, playing. And they're all kind of, like...
Yeah, because they're even sitting on the wrong spot.
I know, they're sitting in the wrong spot. I was like, oh my god. Like, even, like, at the beginning, Taichi was like, I can't even look at him. Like, whoa.
They were pretty cute.
It was very cute. Because they were both kind of, like, blushy. So there were cute moments with Arata where he got all blushy and stuff. It was really adorable.
I know.
But at the very, like, was it during or at the beginning of the match? Because, like, Taichi legit just straight up asked him, he's like, so did you tell something to Chihaya in the fall?
Yeah, I think it was during.
Yeah, something like that. And as soon as he asked it, I was like, he fucking knows. He just knows. He knows something is up. He knows something happened. And then Arata's just like, yeah, I did. Like, he just straight up answered him, and I was like, oh shit.
I know.
And I was like, oh man, that's gonna even make this shit even more intense. And so then they, like, start playing, and then, like...
Because after he says that, that's when he sends the Chihaya card.
Yeah. And when I saw that, I was like, he sent the fucking Chihaya card too. I was like, bruh, he's not fucking playing around right now. I was like, he's being super serious. Very, not shady, but, like, he's basically, like, trying to tell him something like, dude, I fucking know. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know was something. So I was like, dude, bruh. that made me shook. It blew my mind.
I know.
Cause Taichi never gave off in these past few episodes like the notion that he knew anything.
Like, we kind of saw it from like his facial expressions.
Yeah, but I guess when they had met up before at the master match and stuff, like I think that's when he kind of like realized, like, got an inkling of like he told her something.
Yeah, it was there,
because he saw like that moment.
He called she called Arata the first time.
Yeah.
Like a few episodes back, and he was like kind of looking at her like, okay, she's acting a little weird.
Yeah, so I guess he just kind of like figured it out. I mean, he's not dumb.
Yeah.
And you know, he also has feelings for Chihaya, so I feel it's like he has like that like telekinesis sense kind of thing of like. Well, I mean, because they both knew that, like, you know, they both like her. It's pretty obvious.
Mm-hmm.
So, but, like, I didn't think it was gonna get that intense. But, you know, it's clear that he, like, kind of figured out, like, oh, you told her something. You told her, that, like, how you feel or something like that. Like,
yeah.
Like, alright, I see you. Which, like, made it more intense. Like I said, like, he's, you know, he wasn't really playing around. But then I really liked that, like, during the match, like, you could see at least Arata was having fun.
Yeah, because it switches over to like this image of when they're little kids again.
Yeah,
like...
and they're like, let's play Karuta together. And I was like, oh, that was so cute. Because I was like, you know, they're still friends. Like, they're friends. It's just like it's just kind of awkward right now.
Yeah.
And they haven't played against each other in a really long time.
Yeah.
So, like, it was one of those things where it was like, okay, I get it. Like, it's gonna be kind of strange. But when I saw that Arata was like having fun, I was like, oh. I was like, oh man, that touched my heart. Like, oh, he's having fun.
I know.
It was so cute. But then it cuts away from that, and you don't even see like what happened at the end. Maybe we'll get like a flashback or something next episode to see like what exactly happened. But also, the master came to watch.
So it's just.
Ooh, that was intense because I was like, okay, interesting. But he sees that the two of them are paired up with each other, so he was watching their match specifically.
Yeah, because even I like that Suo was saying that his Taichi's is like fuck, why does his name escape me right now? Like Dr. Harada.
Yeah.
Like, cause he saw his playstyle in there, and he's like, well, that makes sense because that's a student.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting, and then he realizes, he's like, "Wait, are they friends, or were they friends, or something?"
Yeah, he's like, "Do they know each other, or like, yeah, they might be friends, or something like that." Some kind of comment like that.
Mm-hmm.
So even he can tell that, like, because there's like something you can tell. I'm sure people who don't know them could probably tell there was like something going on between them. Instead, like, this isn't just like a regular like, oh, I got paired up with this other guy, and I'm gonna play my game against him, whatever. Like, they got a history together.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Dude, even before like the match, Taichi was like a little angry, disappointed. Like, I don't know how to explain that feeling when because he's talking about like back in his hotel room how it should have been him declaring what Arata said to Suo. He's like, well, he's my teacher. Like, what the fuck? I should be the one saying that, not him.
But I also think that's also like a slight kind of like also thing, like parallel thing of him being like, I should have been the one to tell Chihaya how I felt first. Like, that should have been me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like that's also what he's feeling in the back of his mind, because since he, you know, basically has figured it out, that Arata told her his feelings. So I feel like for both of those things, he is probably thinking like, it should have been me instead of him saying all of that, but I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, that's true, man. You could have done it, but you didn't say anything. Like, both of these times for both of these different things, he had the time to say what he needed to say, or what he felt like he had to say, and he didn't do anything about it. But I feel like that's just, like, him, like, as, like, just, like, how he is, like, his personality and his character. Because he doesn't tell Chihaya anything anyway. So, like, why... Like, I feel like that's not in character at the moment. Like, why would he tell her his feelings if he doesn't tell her jack shit about, like, what he's gonna do?
That's very true.
So like why and then why would he go up and like do what Arata did and like, you know, basically disrupt this interview and be like, no, like I'm gonna play you next year, so you better not retire. Because Taichi doesn't really tell anybody anything. He just kind of like does stuff.
He just keeps it to himself until like
the very last second.
It explodes, basically.
Yeah. So, but I like that about this character because that like makes it more complex. Not to say that like nobody else is that complex in the show, because that's not true, but I like that element of the character because I really like the character in general. So I'm just like, I want to see him change from that, where he doesn't say anything to anybody about whatever he's wanting to do or wants to do or whatever, to where he can like just outright say what he wants to say and how he feels.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you have so many moments when you're alone with Chihaya. You could just fucking tell her.
For sure.
We cut to the end of the episode, and I was very sad.
Because he's crying.
Yeah. So basically, we didn't see it happen, but Taichi didn't win the match against Arata. He got 4th place.
I was like, damn.
I know, me too. I was like, damn, dude. Because first it cuts to like Suo just like wolfing food down, which was really funny. Again, like on the train, like they're, you know, he's on the train home, and then he turns around to like offer like whoever's sitting behind him like food, and I was like, oh, is like Taichi there behind him? And he was, but he was like asleep. But also, like, there was tears in his eyes.
I feel like Suo is like slightly interested in Taichi.
Yeah.
Especially since he knows that, you know, he's Harada's student.
Yeah. Plus also, like, well, I don't know if Suo's still interested in Chihaya now, probably not, but for a time he was. And he didn't like Taichi because he thought he was her boyfriend. But yeah, I think, he's interested in him because maybe he thinks Taichi could potentially, like, be his next challenger. Maybe. Like, has the potential to at least, like, get up that far.
I don't know, man.
Something like that. But, like, I was really sad because I was like, oh, he's there. But then, like, they do a close-up on him and there's, like, tears. And I was like, oh. No,
I know, that was sad.
Like, sad. Like, that means he was, like, he's pretty upset that he lost.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Arata didn't win the whole tournament, but he got 2nd place. But still.
Yeah.
He beat Taichi. So... I mean, it was like the long time coming thing of like, oh, they're gonna play each other, like who's gonna win, and I get, you know, I mean, like Taichi's gonna be upset if he lost because he really wants to beat Arata.
Mm-hmm.
Like if not in love, then in Karuta.
Poor Taichi, because even before like this whole match started, he knew that he was like in for like not that great of a match because he wasn't focused.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't focus if it's Arata, and I was like, oh.
And then they had to fucking pair them up, which was bullshit, but whatever. I mean, it was gonna happen eventually, so...
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, well... he really gets, like, the, like, shitty end of the stick, man. Like, a lot of the time. He's a very, I don't want to say he's a very tragic character, but he has a lot of, like, sad things happen to him. Like, things that normally wouldn't happen to him, like, if he was in a different show, like, that shit wouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
But also, like, I like the drama. I mean, I want him to at least win Chihaya at the end. Like, if he's gonna win anything, I feel like they should be together. You guys already know. Just because, like, he doesn't win anything. Like, it took him so long to make the A rank.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just give him something. Jesus. Come on. He deserves happiness, goddammit. He works really hard. I feel like that's also a reason why, like, it's really sad to see him lose all the time.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, he works really, really hard. Like, he's, you know... We've talked about it before, where, like, you know, Arata's, like, really just naturally talented. So, like, of course he's gonna win, for, you know, often. Whereas, like, Taichi has to really work really hard. Because he's not, like, naturally talented. Like, he really is only just doing this because of Chihaya. And I think that's also why he kind of, like, is losing focus.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, also, like, he's paired up against Arata. It's like, oh, well, he's my fucking rival. Like, of course I'm gonna, like, fuck up or something, or... Even though, like, he was clearly, like, you know, trying his best. He learned how to play like Arata. He even recognized, like, the layout.
Yeah, that's true. Had. I was like, oh shit, like, he actually remembers about that.
Yeah. Which is why I was kind of surprised he lost, because I was just like, well... I mean, damn, dude, you memorized how to play like him, and... still somehow... lost.
Yeah, but then again, Arata did evolve during his match with Dr. Harada too.
That's very true. I have no predictions as to what's happening next. I don't know. Since it ended on that sad-ass cliffhanger.
I know.
I was like, man, what the fuck? I'm sure Chihaya is probably just gonna, like, not say anything to him. She's just gonna be, like, silently, like, kind of mad. Like, damn, he was trying to get ahead of me again.
She's going through a rebirth. For sure. At least that's what I got from, like, this episode and the things that she was saying. I was like, oh shit, this is, like, her starting line right now.
Yeah.
Because Arata already kind of got his during that match with Dr. Harada. Taichi is in, like, some weird... I don't know what to expect from Taichi. I guess we'll just see.
Well, I mean, they don't tell the audience what he's doing until he's gonna do it also.
He leaves us in the dark.
Yeah, like, we always find out what he's gonna do the same time the other characters do, which is, like, right before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also why it's kind of like, god damn it. Tell somebody, holy shit. Because we always find out the same time everybody else does, or when Chihaya does, and it's always, like, after the fact, or, like, you know, when they're already, like, far away, you know, going off and doing other things.
Yeah.
So, man, I think that's it, honestly.
I think so too. Me too.
This was a good episode, though. I enjoyed every second of it.
I know, me too.
It was really good. I'm curious as to what's gonna happen next. I hope nothing sad.
We only have 3 episodes left.
Oh man.
Because we're in episode 21.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 more episodes. Holy shit.
What are we gonna do after this?
Do a whole big podcast. That's what we're gonna do.
Man, probably. For sure. Alright, well, speaking of the podcast, we're finally gonna be recording our Snow White episode, guys.
I know.
So, yay. Well, thanks for joining me once again, Chantal.
No problem.
Guys, go subscribe to Chantal. All the links are in the description, and her sub button's gonna be at the end card. Chantal's awesome.
Thank you.
Her channel's awesome, and we're gonna have our next episode review on her channel next week. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna be fun. And yeah, thanks for watching, or listening rather. As always, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you for 500 subs just recently. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do a 500 subs live stream at some point, maybe later this week. I don't know when we're recording this. So hopefully that happens. We celebrate, have some fun. But yeah, thank you guys so much for subscribing and everything. Please follow me on Twitter. Follow Chantal on Twitter also. We both post pretty great things, I think. And follow the podcast Twitter and subscribe to the podcast. We need more subs there, man.
Mm-hmm. Y'all are watching, but y'all aren't subbing, man.
Go sub. Go sub to us, please. We try every month to talk about something cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess that's the end of this, guys. Have fun, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!
Bye!